Assalamu alaikum, peace be with you. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, at the outset, let me once again thank the President of the General Assembly for joining the OIC in co-convening the first ever commemoration of the International Day to Combat Islamophobia. I also welcome you all to this historic event. The observance of this day serves to reinforce our shared commitment to raise awareness about the insidious phenomenon of Islamophobia and advance mutual respect and understanding and develop concrete measures to eradicate this menace. Excellencies, Islam is a religion of peace, tolerance, and pluralism. The Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, taught Muslims to treat everyone with dignity and respect, regardless of race, culture, gender, or religion. Yet unfounded phobia of Islam and its adherents is a sad reality of our times. This phenomenon is neither new nor an irrational bias held by a few, as so often portrayed. The challenge before us is much deeper and deeply rooted. Since colonial times, the entrenched notion that depicts Muslims and their beliefs as cultural others, threats, and have served to perpetuate, validate, and normalize Islamophobia and anti-Muslim hatred. Since the tragedy of 9/11, animosity and institutional suspicion of Muslims and Islam across the world have only escalated to epidemic proportions. A narrative has been developed and peddled which associates Muslim communities and their religion with violence and danger. This Islamophobic narrative is not just confined to an extremist, marginal propaganda, but regrettably has found acceptance by sections of mainstream media, academia, policymakers, and state machinery. Islamophobia is therefore being constantly fueled by structural discrimination, xenophobia, and negative stereotyping of Muslims and their faith. Excellencies, the tragic events in Christchurch and several other atrocities are a grim reminder that the tide of Islamophobia is sweeping across the globe. It is obvious in the manifestation of far-right and neo-fascist parties, in the open calls for the expulsion and exclusion of Muslims, in the politicization